All right, second league, a little more Boomer Shadow. Keeping a lot of the same in the main deck. We swapped out a Dress Down in for a Snapcaster Mage. Give that a shot. Pairs really well with like Shadow if you want to get that extra TBR effect. Deals with like Urza Saga tokens. Stops some of the ETB abilities and things like Solitude. In the sideboard, we swapped out 2 Ashioks and a Dress Down for the Kolaghan's Command, the Damping Sphere, and something else. Something else that I can't remember. Oh well. We'll figure it out as we go. Yeah, that's about it. Quick rundown. So let's just go ahead and jump back into the league. Finished our last league 3-2. We lost against some pretty above average draws out of each one. And a 4-color Saheeli combo deck. Assume Saheeli. Saw Felidar Guardian. I say we saw Felidar Guardian. We didn't lose to Felidar Guardian. We lost to Karmic Guide back a Solitude. That was rough. The old Leyline. The old Leyline was sweet last league against Blue-Red Murktide. They had an opening hand with Dragon's Rage Channeler, Unholy Heat, double Murktide, and we got to drop the pregame Leyline on them. They were hard stuck that game. They did have a turn 1 Ragavan, but also spoiled today. Got to watch Reed on Boomer Jund earlier. Now I get to see Boomer Shadow. I was watching Reed before he started his league. Then I had to like go get food and everything, get ready for this stream. How did his leagues go? I got to see a little bit of the list. I don't know if he ended up changing anything from it. Swift God. Leyline versus Murktide's a kick in the nuts. Deck just can't beat a Leyline hand without a graveyard, right? Like, their only answer to it is like, Brazen Borrower. Alright. Blood Crypt Monastery Swift Spear. I'm going to go off on a limb here before I've made any plays and say I think this is going to be a Shadow of Mortality matchup. Just remember that I have said that before this match continues. I don't think it's going to be Burn. I think Shadow of Mortality is going to be in our opponent's deck. Put channel points on the line. Well, Steven's in charge of all my my bets. I don't even know how to put a channel point option on there. Black Red Shadow Burn with Flame Rift. It's an option. I don't think that's what it is. Shuffled you away. So situations like that, where I see Delta on top, I shuffle, I draw Delta. I really would like to know if there's a percentage of that that can be associated to the Magic Online shuffling algorithm. It doesn't have to be a lot. I'm just curious if there's like any percent that can be associated to that. My fatal pushing one here. Or my fatal pushing the Vexing Devil. Oh, just the devil, right? So this is 3 cards in the yard. I can get basic island. Put 4 in the yard off consider. Or 5, 6. So that goes in the yard. Now I can play Gurmag. And we'll see what this is able to accomplish. Silent clearing. It is black-red burn. Shows what I know. And bolt. Yep. That is, I guess what we would call the nuts out of black-red burn. Alright. Street Wraiths coming out. Else. Couple Thoughtseize, call it a day. Black red burn. I remember like Mardu burn being a thing for a little while. Keep like your Boros charms and lightning helixes. Add bump in the night. It's just like another bolt basically. And I remember the black-red, what's it called? The black-red Flame Rift deck, and then black-red Shadow. I don't think any of those, like, really ever caught on. Iteration probably too slow. Maybe, but I kind of want iteration in like the mid game to find more counter spells and stuff.
We're able to be one-to-one, you and I, with each other at the moment.
Alright, let's get a basic swamp. Goblin Guide, trigger resolve. Push you. Black-red Shadow with Bomat Courier. I do miss me some Bomat Courier. Let's get a tapped Blood Crypt. So go. Black-red Shadow did transform into Lurrus mid-range, which is one of the most vomit-inducing decks to face. That might be a little harsh. Eidolon here. Maybe a Vexing Devil. Yeah. Nope, we got a Vexing Devil. Doesn't everybody play Vexing Devil? It's so good. Vexing Cringe, more like. Got him. Alright, so the hope is just to kick Turok next turn. Get him down to like maybe 0 cards in hand, I don't know. Some low number. was playing creativity at the time. Looking at them, discard everything, then recur shitty creatures until I run out of removal, and then K command the Lurrus back. Did you consider just like, I don't know, casting creativity? Pretty good. Get an Emrakul into play, and not a whole lot they can do about an Emrakul. Hiya. A bolt and a light up the stage. Nice. Like, I feel like I played against the creativity decks a good bit, and there's a lot of draws they had that just like couldn't do anything about because they just put an Emrakul into play. Alright, triple light up the stage. The fourth light up the stage available. Now I have to block. Ooh. Tony, could you like not do this? Was that all four light up the stage? It was. Oh man. So this is like the good and oh, so good. Thank you, deck. The good and the bad of cards like light up the stage here. Like if those had just been burn spells, I'd have been dead like 5 times over. Because really all they hit was a lava spike. Goblin Guide is fine. Alright. Don't think it really matters. No. No. Bad burn player. Bad burn player. TBR off the top would be nice. How about TBR Minate? Alright. Brick for me. Brick for me one time. Brick me, baby, one more time. Fifth light up the stage. What are the new ones? There's like another new, like, functional light up the stage. Alright, so this resolves. Man, if this had been a burn spell, I'd have been in some trouble. I'd probably have been dead. Thank God it was only a Vexing Devil. I'm okay with the opponent's decision to not attack there. Like, 3 and 2's not really any relevant difference. Alright. One more brick. I know you got it in you. I know you can do it. Game 3. What do I want to change up? I could like bring in Dress Down just to try to speed up with shadows. Like I thought, it's a little bit better than iteration on the draw. We'll just roll with it. Dress down the Vexing Devil. Or just like not take any damage. So I dress down the Vexing Devil, they just get a 4/3, right? So it's the exact same as saying like, hey, you can just have it. This is good enough. I don't think this is good enough. Alright, this is better. We'll ditch the Dress Down. Dress Down on your end of turn might be the line. Doesn't sound like a great line. Alright. I think I'm just getting a basic and thought seizing here. So if they go like damage overload next time or next turn, I can just play out a shadow. If they don't, I can just like fetch up a tap shock land. Yeah, take light up the stage and hope they just go like lava spike you, lava spike you, bump the knight, attack for 3, put me down to 7. I just get to untap and play a shadow. Also, big props to opponent for playing the magic card Dragon Skull Summit in Modern. Here's a shadow. And I'm just going to play Delta, because I need to get a tap Steam Vents. Nice Weather Channel music. I agree. I like the music. But I can definitely see the Weather Channel comparison. Alright, main phase Lava Spike is terrifying. Last card, another burn spell. Oof. Removal spell, shadow. Ooh, so we need like 3 bricks in a row here. No. Boo. Cloudy with 100% chance of dying. It was like 99.5. We had outs. We dodged some outs game too, so. Attack, you won't know balls. Me or them? Me, yes, you're right, 100%. No huevos. Opponent, probably. I guess they could have bluffed something, I don't know. We got Fjord outs. Opponent's ISP It's like calling him up, yo. Here you're picking on some poor Death Shadow player. Cutting you off. We decided we no longer want to allow burn players on Magic Online. Alright, black-red burn. Not a matchup I was expecting. So we went 1-1 against Yorion Piles. We lost Eldrazi Tron. We beat Murktide. We lost to Burn. What was the other matchup? The first league. Pile, Murktide, Eldrazi Tron, and Prowess. We beat the red-white Prowess. You know the card Bone Shredder? I do in fact know the card Bone Shredder. Vintage Cube All-Star Bone Shredder. What about the card Bone Shredder? We have some Bone Shredder witty observation. Is that the card we should be playing? Is that even modern legal? Is Bone Shredder modern legal? MTG Bone Shredder is modern legal. I guess it was printed in Modern Horizons too, wasn't it? Let's see, the Spanish name is Critura Huesos, which in Russian sounds exactly like 3-round cocksucker. That was a pretty good Bone Shredder fact. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this information, but at the same time, I appreciate you sharing it. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, a triple. What does this do? Turn multicolored permanent cards for a future. Opponent, who hurt you? Huh. Alright. That's a hand. Alright, so I want to take Counter Spell. So that if I find another land, I can get down Gurmag Angler. Just like that. And I'm going to pray that my opponent didn't find another counter spell. Sweet. Step 1. Success. Step 2 is find a stubborn denial. Not quite. 3 fairy would be pretty rough. But we kind of have to take that approach of I don't think I'm beating 3 fairy there, so I'm going to play magic cards. Maybe they go for Snapcaster March. And just like ditch a card to try to be mana efficient and get rid of this end of turn. That'd have been fun. No, not my shadow. Let's get a steam vent. Gotta keep above 7 life because Hall of the Storm Giants. Alright, just flash in that Snapcaster to chump. Opponent is 2 massive cranium for us. Esper control wasted card for tempo. That'd never happen. I've seen some Esper control players draw 2 with their Esper charms when they 100% should have had their opponent discard 2. Am I right? Speaking of stubborn, it warms my heart to see Gurmy. Gurmy is like, will always have special place in my heart. And we recently found out that Gurmag Angler is a girl. Gurmag Angler is also bounced to hand now. For anybody who doesn't know about my love of Gurmag Angler, those are beautiful. Can't even say not beautiful because they're just straight up beautiful. Alright, yeah. Prismatic ending my shadow. Okay. Can't even like Unholy Heat, hold priority, Unholy Heat, try to get cards in my yard. That's a good one. I'm gonna get that Snapcaster. That's just rude. And they have a Jace. Alright. Sorry, Gurmag. You're not meant to win this game. Alright, so we got Turox coming in. Ashiox. God, do I just like have to bring in just to have extra answers? Feels really bad. I really don't want to do that. I'll run 1 Disdainful Stroke. Oh, Modern is a very unforgiving landscape. I don't know why I thought Obscura Charm said they could only get back like a multicolored creature. What if white just didn't exist in MTG? Well, then the game would be fun and fair and balanced, and we don't want that. Sure. Fish over dress down, you need all of your threats. I don't want to have multiple fish into Counterspell, Teferi, Jace, all that stuff. Because, like, as soon as the first one gets dealt with, the second, third, fourth, whatever, dead. I just don't want to have more dead cards in my deck. I kind of need, like, everything to do something. Am I thought seizing if I draw one? We'll just hold up stub in case of something like Rest in Peace. And disruption. Almost. Do I think I can play... No, I can't beat, like, spell into cheap removal spell. I need these stubborn denials to be, like, completely live. Now, if they play it to Teferi here... Yeah, this is fine, because I can untap, Unholy Heat the Teferi, play the Shadow with double Stubborn Denial up. Let's go you, Holy Heat you, play you. Alright, moment of truth. Land Jace, land Jace, land Jace. That's not land Jace. That is also not land Jace. Okay. Okay. I don't know what we're doing, but we're doing it. Am I exiling, milling them? Yeah. Just fetch, shock, play Jace. Just one time, OP. One little time. Why do you hate fun? Hiya. You know what I think about that? Ha! Ha 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 ha. No! No! Kill my Ashiok. What does kill my Ashiok mean? Please don't verdict me. Yep. All right. need some help. I can kill a Celestial Colonnade. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I'm assuming you meant like pre-verdict double Street Wraith. Not so much post-verdict no Street Wraith. Alright, just land 5 mana to fairy. Oh. Okay. Oh. Guess we can exile some stuff. Cryptic Command. Nope. Alright. That Ashiok Drown synergy though, I know it's really shutting off our Drown. Alright, come on. Find land, fire up Colonnade. You gotta win the race, OP. You can't possibly win if you don't race. Don't you dare have another Solitude. So what does this do? Switch our creature planeswalker mana value 3 or less. Entire multicolored permanent mana value. So that doesn't do anything, right? This is just a chump block. So I have to just let them have this so I can keep the Drown open. $17 land deck. Yeah, I told you there wasn't going to be an issue casting Ashioks. Think I'm out here making this up. Look at that, we're back ready to Drown in the Lock again. Encounter Big Teferi. Need them to just like find a land and go for the Colonnade. Oh, is this a march for 7? Need to exile another card for that. Is that even... Yes, I can take back everything, or do they have to exile now that they've revealed? Just March of Otherworldly Light in my Gurmag for 7. I can't counter that. Sappy, what's up? It could be going better. We could be not dying to Esper control. But you know what? Here we are. Alright. Let's find a threat. One threat. That's all we need. Yeah, we're definitely countering that. We'll also take opponent finding another land and firing up Colonnade. But that doesn't seem to be on the menu. Okay. We're on Protect the Murktide. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You. So this is Snap Archmage's Charm. Would I rather just drown the Snapcaster? Yes. Another body from hitting the field. Need to beat Esper or my friend won't let me live it down since he's building Esper. Well, this is like god-awful matchup for us. Like prismatic endings, marches, Archmage's Charm, solitudes. Like this is about as bad of a matchup as you can make for Shadow. Like, let's see, they've seen 3 prismatic endings, 3 March of Otherworldly Lights, 2 Obscura Charms, Teferi, a Supreme Verdict, 2 Snapcaster Mages, 2 Archmage's Charms. A nice way of saying it is we don't have a lot of answers. Ha, got him. And Void Rend. Okay. Okay. Yeah, 7 lands doesn't help, but they just have so many answers for like everything we can do. It used to be in matchups like this, your game plan was get down like a Gurmag Angler and stop Path to Exile. And that was all you cared about. But now that they've got like more answers to Gurmag Angler, plus like Teferi and stuff like that, that plan's way less reliable. Looks like Hammertime. So let's get our Inquisition on. Alright. We're missing the Royal Scions there. We were missing a lot of things there. Namely, like all those good Magic cards. Alright, so let's go bobble myself. See if I want it. If I do, I can cycle Wraith. If I don't, I can just Thought Scour over it. Cycle another Wraith, because if I find a Shadow or Gurmag, I want to play that out. These things I'm seeing are not shadows, nor are they Gurmag anglers. Alright. Drown solid. So if they draw kind of dead here, then I can consider, if I find something, I can like hold up threat plus drown. Cauldra, that's fine. I can Thought Seize that away. They also get one less construct off of this, which is really nice. Or no, they can make a construct. Never mind, they got double Springleaf Drum. H Blood Crypt. Ooh. That's a good one. Also a pretty decent one. Alright, so I go Thoughtseize, take Cauldra, play Shadow, hold up Stubborn Denial. Is that my best line, or is my best line to hold up Drown in the Loch here? Or Dress Down? So they make a construct here. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4. When they make on their turn, 5, get an artifact, 6, activate Moth, 7. Yeah, so I think it's Dress Down. Because they would be able to present lethal with just the Shadow here. Spear, sure. So if they go to equip this, I respond to them equipping it with Dress Down. Their last card like a Spell Pierce. Huh. Their last card is a Spell Pierce. Alright. It is definitely one of those days, isn't it? Definitely one of those days. Alright, let's get rid of a little bit of this stuff. That. Rough times with the old Grixis. Yeah. I mean, it's like the joy of playing a deck that just goes down on threats, right? You're just going to have a decent number of games that you don't see a threat or don't see it when you need to see it. Like if we could have played out Shadow on turn 2, it looks a whole lot better than having to decide between Shadow and Dress Down on 3. Because like if we have the Shadow down on 2, Now we get to play dress down, hold up stub on 3. We're not losing to spell pierce. Need more Goyf. Let's go, cause Goyf gets games over with. Nobody ever respects it. Goyf says instead of letting you get all these extra draw steps, I'm going to work towards like not doing that. Is Jund Shadow viable? I think that it is. It needs a little bit of help, but I think it's got some good pieces. Love Goyf and want to play with him in Shadow. Like, so the list we normally have been playing recently is like this, with like Goyfs and Ragavans and stuff. It's actually a little bit more. I have it here somewhere. A little more like this. Goyfs, Ragavans. I've been like trying to find what I want that extra threat to be. None of them have really felt great. Alright, what do we got? Stubborn Denial. Yeah, I'll take a Stubborn Denial. If they go for like a Sigarda's aid on turn 1, that'd be a really juicy stub hit. See, no Ragavan deck is to dodge game 1 removal. Like for this one, a little bit, and it's more because we're playing like a Stubborn Denial heavy build. So Stubborn Denial really wants you to have all of the 4 of the ferocious enablers. And Ragavan, despite my constant petitions to Wizards, does not enable ferocious. So we get to untap, get Shadow down, technically hold up Stubborn Denial. Should have gotten a Blood Crypt off that, or another Watery Grave, just in case I find a Turok. But maybe it'll be fine. We shall see. What you got, OP? Ink Moth, sure. Stoneforge, sure. Stoneforge gonna get a Cauldron. Is. Alright, so is this like world's most obvious spell pierce? How do I want to approach this? I could play the odds, kick Turok. I got a 50-50 chance of dealing with Cauldra. I can attack with Shadow, terminate the Stone Forge. Like, how bad of a shape am I in if I kick Turok and they keep Cauldra? Probably, like, bad enough where I don't want to do that, right? We'll also accept this. So 3 of their last 4 cards are land, hammer, Sigarda's Aid. They could kill me. Get a reality chip, sure. I think that means I need to spend this upcoming turn just like EE on 2, crack it. I really want to get that Cauldra out of hand. Nah, do this. Take the kills I can get when I can get them. Take my 1 for 1. Maybe like 1 1/4 for 1 since I get to strand the Cauldra in hand. Got like a batter skull. Got come on, removal spell. Not the worst. Alright, so start by attacking with Shadow. And we will kick a Turok. Cauldra and a hammer. Really good to get those out of hand. Here's another Shadow. Go. Ha ha ha. Alright. Game 3. Anything I'm changing up? Not really. Maybe I want another Street Wraith over another stub. Kind of help the consistency of finding a threat a little bit. Yeah. Not bad. ahead and kill this. I don't want to get into a situation where, like, I try to set up Gurmag Angler here. They play Stoneforge, and then I have to, like, get a turn behind killing Stoneforge. And good at this game. Spell pierce me. Hammer skill. You just take skill. Don't really care about the hammer right now. Care about it a little bit when they top deck this Pure Steel Paladin. They get to draw a card. Never mind. Here's a zombie fish. Alright, so they make a dude. They make another dude. I'm gonna go ahead and terminate a dude while they're tapped out. We tried Riveteer's Charm. Spike made a video with Jund Shadow using it. Gives a lot of gas in the deck. People ask about Riveteer's Charm. I don't think the card's good. Like, there's going to be those games where you get the nuts of, like, the 3 mana, draw 3. But I think if you want that effect, like, consistently, you can just play, like, Painful Truths. I just don't think Riveteer's Charm's where you want to be if that's what you're trying to accomplish. I thought about trying out a couple Painful Truths in Jund Shadow. Be really good against like the 4-color decks and stuff. Got a hammer and a silent clearing. That's pretty good. Oh, I will absolutely trade with this all day. Oh wait, no, this... It's not gonna... All the damage is gonna go away at the same time. That's right. That was... my fault. I was thinking this was gonna go back at the same time. Let's go... here. So we can go Gurmag to hand, Bloodstain to the graveyard, or Bloodstain to find a shadow. One time. Shadow removal spell. Shadow or removal spell. Almost. or shadows or both. Try not to just be dead to like a hammer and a pure steel. Shadow. Get the last card out of hand. Alright, am I shocking in Blood Crypt? I think I'm gonna say yeah. I think I'm gonna attack with a Gurmag. And try to set up like an attack back with the construct token. I dress down, shrink it, block with a Gurmag. Shadow. It's an okay one. Alright, so I can go EE for 1, take out the Shadow Spear and the Springleaf Drum. Yeah. Let's take those out. Aha! Just how we kind of drew it up. Not really. Not at all how we drew it up. I'm gonna sit here and awkwardly organize cards while we wait for our next match to start. Get some of this Pioneer stuff sorted away. Brineborn Cutthroat. That's a card I want to see more of in Pioneer. Everybody's a gangster until they can come flinging the cutthroats. Alright, I ran out of desk space too quickly. Alright, what are we hoping for round 3? I really want that Neo form matchup. Like, where's that one at? If we can play the meta that consists of like all Eldrazi Tron, we need the meta that consists of Neo form as well. Even it out a little bit. Like, it's only fair, right? We gotta play 3 or 4 Solitudes in like 9 matches so far. Then we need to play some things where Stubborn Denial like actually looks good. Ooh, wonder how many people are in the Pioneer Leagues. Like, if we're seeing only 930 in the Modern Leagues when it's usually in like the 1,400 range. Is it because everybody's playing Pioneer, or is it more people like playing nothing at the moment? In fact, let's go look. Oh, no, never mind. We got a match. We're good. Crisis averted. Lizzie Bus. Alright. They reveal a Kahira. So it's either blue-white control or elementals. And if it's elementals, then this dress down is going to be pretty solid, but it is not. It is, I have no idea what's going on here. Seagate Restoration Shark Typhoon. Faithful Mending. I do not have a clue. Seagate Restoration, Faithful Mending, Reveal Kahira. Another one. Let's take a Force and a Shark Typhoon. And see if we can find a threat. Haha. It's one with the Cascade spell from MH2, reanimate all enchantments. That is something it could very well be, yes. Let's hope we don't find out. He's got cast outs. Cast out. What? Like, it makes sense now if it's just like all the cycling enchantments and things, but that's crazy. Well, I'm pretty positive I can't win if I don't find more counter magic. That's fine. I'm gonna have to like dress down at some point. But yeah, it does in fact look like a reanimate all enchantment deck at the moment. I am not thought scouring you. Alright. Counterspell. Not a counterspell. Here's what we got. I said I wanted a Stubborn Denial matchup. And I found a Stubborn Denial matchup. And we did not find Stubborn Denials. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. that alone doesn't kill me. Land Cascade spell. That also does not kill me. Woo! Alright, so we've got Turok, Leyline. I don't know if I want Disdainful Stroke or not. Like I saw Cast Down. Not sure if that's enough of a reason. I would assume they're not running like Rest in Peace. But I guess Disdainful Stroke's better than a Drown if I'm bringing in ley lines. This is like a good shadow hand. Where's Flusterstorm in the sideboard? Not in this one. Oh man, it's gonna be one of those games where I just like see decent shadow hands, but they're not leyline hands. Do want another fetch land. Certainly suspend to 1 blue. So we'll just take Faithful Mending. Now they can suspend a belief if they want to, but it doesn't really do a whole lot. Try to set up a shadow. So if I take As Foretold, yeah. What'd you find? Sure. So, Stubborn Denial. My Battle Raging here. Put him down to 5, so it means Gurmak or Shadow's lethal next turn, so yeah. Alright, carry on. That looks like a good sign for me. Woo. We can win a match. It's a Christmas miracle. Oh, we need another 3-2. Like, I won't feel too bad about 3-2, 3-2. That's still like 60% win rate. And we were like pretty close to being 4-1 in the first league. This one, not so much. This league, we got pretty clapped early on. But like last league, the Eldrazi Tron match, like one or two slightly worse draws, and we're in really good shape. Opponent, where are you? We need you. What do I think about this one? So if we don't get some good hits off Consider, this is pretty bad. I think we can do better. There's a dog barking somewhere. I don't know if y'all can hear the dog, but it sounds like it's somewhere right outside. It's going haywire. So is this the Grixis Triome? Yeah. Calm down, dog. Alright. What would be playing the Grixis Triome? I don't know, but it's not looking great for us. So this is definitely the downside of these threat light builds. We've seen it a couple times this league where we just need like a dude. We could put some good pressure on if we just had like a Gurmag. We could play Gurmag, hold up Stubborn Denial. We could play Shadow, hold up Stubborn Denial. That is just a creativity deck. But we need a dude. Not quite a dude. So, Grixis Creativity. Like an expressive iteration. Spreading Seas. Sure. Oh, Spreading Seas because they don't have a fourth land. Alright. A gentleman here. I'll even take a Street Wraith. Alright. We're gonna have our work cut out for us. So if I drown this and they remand, I think I'm okay with that. That means I just get to have drown. If they mana leak, it's a little less exciting. Like, no matter what I do, I need to find a guy. And if I don't find a guy, and like none of this really matters. Oh, I didn't even see Spell Pierce. Whoops. Whoops. Survey says guy. So So now I can double cast through Mana Leak and Remand and whatever else. Oh. So I have to let this resolve. They can bounce the Gurmag. They don't bounce the Gurmag. Okay. So what is my plan now? Go to my turn. Try to draw something relevant. That puts land in the yard. It does not put delirium in the yard. Am I battle raging the Gurmag Angler? Yes. Need to take out the Jace. I was a ways off of killing them with the battle raged Angler, so don't think that matters so much. Maybe there was an argument that I was supposed to attack at them that turn. Because if they did something like attack it, or go to block Gurmag and I battle rage it with stub, maybe they don't bounce the Gurmag again, and I draw into another battle rage, and I can just present lethal. That would have been like in a situation where I had no business even sniffing lethal there. So I can see that. Let's go iteration. If you want to throw a spell at this. Am I going stubborn denial on this? I think I am. Stub to hand, dress down to the bottom, thought scour to exile. I'll thought scour them because I'm just looking for another stubborn denial. Whew, just how we drew it up. So now I can go stub, transmogrify or novel creativity, whatever it is, and then stub the follow-up mana leak as well. So they go transmogrify, stubborn denial. They go, well, haha, I've got a mana leak. Alright, that's really good. Stubborn Denial. You also have a Spell Pierce. That would have been big sad. Alright, Teamer Battle Rage off the top. Almost. Alright, well, all 4 Dwarven Mines are gone. I do have Delirium now, so this Unholy Heat can answer a Transmogrify. I cannot answer an Indomitable Creativity. Discard 2, yep. I think their last card is Lightning Bolt. I guess I can afford to play around it being Lightning Bolt, so like I might as well. And I think I'm just supposed to go for it here. Or am I? Do I even need to go for it? So what if it's like Remand or something? If it's Remand, then I should go for it. I don't know, that attack with a single goblin token just felt like Lightning Bolt for some reason. Maybe it wasn't, but that was just like the feeling. Alright, let's board out. Keeping rates. Board out a little bit of the spot removal. Go like this. This is pretty bad. Ooh. Better. Scour, so if I find a shadow, I might have a relatively quick Battle Rage kill. Card Evidence is a super annoying card to play against out of these decks. Our shadow. Which means I'm going to be thought scouring them to make sure I can drown block like a Transmogrify. Or, you know, just mill the Transmogrify, whatever. Let's just go EE on 0 and blow up the crab and the clue. that's like the slightly safer play for me. Gives me another chance to like draw a way to get Shadow out of like bolt range. Fire and Ice, sure. So good this turn. Can't go for anything this turn. Come on, Dwarven Mind Transmogrify. Come on, Dwarven Mind Transmogrify. Think it really matters if I counter or if I huh. It's a little unfortunate that they just have the Dwarven Mine. It's not another fetch land. I have to take creativity. What happens if I shock? Shock play Shadow. Got creativity. I've got Dwarven Mind, Bolt, Prismari Command. I'd be going to 6, so 7/7 Shadow, so it's not presenting lethal next turn. Yeah, I'll just get Ashiok. So go. Way. If they want to point to like Prismari Command and Bolt at Ashiok to kill it, they can. All right. Got like Prismari Command, 2 to a Shadow, draw 2, discard. Put it on face. They just have the Bolt. They brought in their own Ashioks. That's kind of funny. Boo. Boo. Alright. Game 3. I don't want to play this game of find ways to answer Archon, because it's kind of like right there. Once the Archon comes down, it's game over anyway. And I think that's a sideboarding mistake a lot of people make with Shadow. It's just like, hey, well, let me board in ways to kill this thing. It's like, no, once that thing happens, you're pretty out of it anyway. Ditching. Wraith or Drown or Iteration. Let's ditch the Wraith. Also very easily see just like ditching the iteration instead. Okay. Give me something to stubborn denial. Give me like a spreading seas here. Too. I feel like I'm asking for a lot. No spell pierce, no anything. Stay on your side of the table. Alright, fire my Ashiok. Bobble hand, Bloodstained Mire to exile. See what's on top. Dwarven Mine. So Dwarven Mine's really good if they are able to answer my Ashiok this turn. I think if I just sit on Drown in the Lock, that there's a reasonable chance they're not going to be able to answer Ashiok here. Like, Dwarven Mine would be coming in tapped, so I don't care about that. I'm not cracking off this Bloodstained Mire. I don't want them to be able to just respond with a lightning bolt. Kind of like that. Ooh. Ooh. You don't say. Do I want to use the Ashiok? No. I want to put it into fire range. Ice my shadow, sure. Second Stubborn Denial's pretty nice. So now I just need to like find another way to lower my life total a little bit. Not exactly lowering my life total, but you know what? We'll still take it. That's a lot of Magic the Gathering cards. Alright. I just need to find Street Wraith, fetch land. Top decked another Dwarven Mine. Come on, way to lower the life. Come on, way to lower the life. So close. Now I've got to consider, am I battle raging for damage? Not if they're not blocking. Alright, this should be wrapped up. They've got double Transmogrify Archon. I can counter Transmogrifies all day long. And then I've got a Battle Rage Shadow. So, Thoughtseize to make sure. Attack with a Shadow. Show them Teamer Battle Rage. Hiya. Woo! 3-2. The Jund 5-0, as some of the kids would say. This isn't even the right deck. Where's the right deck? That one. What did I think? 2 Threat Light. Like, there's too many ways to answer things like Gurmag and Murktide. And as soon as those get answered, your entire game plan just kind of like falls apart because that's 50% of your dudes that can get on the board. Really need... I don't know if I think that like Ragavan Channeler is the answer, but need something else in addition to like the primary 8 threats, whether it's Gurmag Shadow if you're going blue-black, or Tarmogoyf Shadow if you're going green-black. Just need like something else to keep pressure on. Because there are some games there that even like a 2-1 Ragavan on an empty board, even if I'm not hitting anything, is doing work. Dragon's Rage Channeler would have been fine in some of those games. We didn't see a lot of Grave Hate in these leagues. So maybe this deck needs Dragon's Rage Channeler. Just like instead of Expressive Iterations or Dress Down or something like that. Out of the board, when we did see Leyline, it was pretty good. I'm not really a Leyline fan overall because, like, if you don't have it in your opening hand, it's just a really, really bad draw. So I would rather have, like, Soul Guide Lanterns that are good if they're in your hand or if you draw into them. Turok was great. Ashiok was pretty funny, but did its job. Dress Down was really good. EE was really good. EE looked a lot better in this build than it did in like the Jund builds. I don't know if there's a particular reason for that, but just kind of how that played out, I guess. Murktide looked pretty solid. So maybe that's a direction to try out a little bit more, just to see if it is something relevant or if it's just like bad, and I'm not sure. But we'll have some times to check it out. Let's see. Alright. So I am going to send everybody over to Hexagorgon, who's playing some elves with the Luxion combo. So if you want to check that out, feel free to stick around, share some love from the channel. Otherwise, hope everybody has a fantastic rest of their Thursday. Stay safe, enjoy some good food, good company, and should be live tomorrow afternoon. So I'll try to catch y'all back then. Peace.